Mistake number one is using a weak sourdough starter. A lot of beginners think that when they see bubbles in their starter, it means their starter is ready to use. But bubbles alone don't tell you very much. What really matters is whether or not your starter predictably doubles in size after you feed it. A healthy starter should rise and double in size about 4 to 8 hours after you feed it. So before you bake with your sourdough starter, make sure your starter can double in size, because if your starter rises, it'll be able to make your dough rise. If your starter doubles in size, it can be able to make your dough double in size. So don't just look for bubbles, look for a strong starter that can actually double in size before you bake with it. If you need help making a strong starter, check out my video linked above and down in the video description on how to make a sourdough starter from scratch. I'll also link to my video about what to do when your starter won't rise. Mistake number two that beginner sourdough bakers make is following a high hydration recipe, where there's generally a lot of water compared to the amount of flour, leading to a very sticky dough. Many beginners start with high hydration recipes because that's what they see online, and they tend to be really popular recipes with people who are very into sourdough. The problem is that high hydration doughs can be very difficult to handle, and they can leave you with a sticky mess on your hands, literally. To fix this mistake, start with a lower hydration dough recipe, something around 65 to 72% hydration. My beginner sourdough bread recipe is 70% hydration, so it's a great place to start. You'll be able to learn the fundamentals of sourdough faster when you're working with a dough that's actually easy to handle, a lower hydration dough. So try a lower hydration dough recipe first before you move on to ones that are higher hydration. Mistake number three is watching the clock instead of watching your dough. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is relying too heavily on the times listed in recipes. The problem is that when it comes to sourdough, temperature changes everything. If your kitchen is cool, your dough will ferment more slowly. If your kitchen is warm, it will ferment more quickly. That's why the times in a recipe should be treated as estimates, not guarantees. For example, if a recipe says that your dough should double in size in 3 hours, the important part isn't the 3 hours, it's the doubling in size. Depending on the temperature of your dough and your kitchen, it might take less time or more time for that dough to double in size. So instead of watching the clock, watch your dough. Learn to recognize the signs that it's ready to move on to the next step. In general, once your dough has doubled in size during bulk fermentation, that's when I recommend you move on to the next step of your recipe. Mistake number four is cutting into your loaf of bread before it has fully cooled down. This one is hard because fresh bread smells incredible when it comes out of the oven. But if you slice into a hot loaf of bread too soon, you're cutting into it before the crumb has had a chance to fully set. As the bread cools, excess moisture continues to redistribute itself throughout the loaf, and some of that moisture actually ends up escaping. If you cut into the bread too early, the interior can end up gummy and dense instead of light and airy. So if you've baked a great loaf of bread, don't ruin it at the finish line. Let it cool on a wire rack for at least an hour before slicing in. When you let your dough rest, it'll not only be fully cooked through, but it will be properly rested, so the interior of the bread will be light and airy instead of gummy and dense. Mistake number five is changing recipes before you've had success. A lot of beginner sourdough bakers jump from recipe to recipe, hoping that the next one will finally give them the results they're looking for. But most of the time, the recipe isn't the problem. When you're new to sourdough, what you need most is practice. Instead of constantly switching recipes, choose just one beginner-friendly recipe and stick with it. When you make the same recipe over and over, you can learn from your mistakes, make adjustments, and build confidence. So find a trusted sourdough recipe and commit to making it 5 to 10 times before you move on to a new recipe. By doing this, you'll not only make better bread, but you'll become a better baker. These are 5 big sourdough mistakes that I see beginners make. I'm sure there are others though, so if you've been baking sourdough for a while, let me know down below in the comments if you think there's another mistake that I should have included on this list. And if you could, please include a recommendation for how you would fix that mistake. A big thank you to Skip for becoming a Grant Bakes channel member here on YouTube. Thanks so much for supporting the channel and being a part of the community. If you'd like to support Grant Bakes and help me create more sourdough videos, click the join button down below to learn more.